Welcome back to Menopause Reimagined, the podcast where modern science meets timeless wisdom. I am Swati, registered nutritionist, functional medicine practitioner, and founder of Nutrilogy. In our last episode, we explored science and wisdom as two different languages for understanding menopause. Science helps us understand what is happening. Wisdom helps us understand how to live well through what is happening. Today, we're exploring a question I hear almost every day in my clinic. What is my body asking for now? Because many women tell me, I feel like my body has turned against me. I don't understand why nothing works anymore. I feel like a stranger in my own body. And perhaps one of the most powerful shifts we can make is moving from asking, why is my body doing this to me? To asking, what is my body trying to tell me? Not because symptoms are messages in a mystical sense, but because physiology communicates all the time. The body is constantly communicating through energy, through sleep, through appetite, through mood, through recovery, through symptoms. The question is whether we know how to listen to this. The body you had at 30 is not the body you have at 50. This may sound obvious, but emotionally, many women struggle with this reality. Because for decades, many women have learned how their body works. They know what to eat, how to exercise, how to manage their weight, how to recover from stress. And then suddenly, the rule seems to change. The diet that worked before doesn't work anymore. The exercise routine that worked doesn't work anymore. The sleep deprivation that was once manageable suddenly isn't manageable anymore. And the instinctive response is often, I need to try harder. But what if the body is not asking for more effort? What if it's asking for a different strategy? I remember a woman saying to me, I feel like my body has betrayed me. She had always been disciplined. Early morning runs, long working hours, skipping meals, pushing through exhaustion, thriving on productivity. For years, her body had tolerated that approach. Until suddenly it didn't. Sleep became fragmented. Energy disappeared. Weight increased despite doing more exercise than ever. Her first instinct was to double down. More exercise, less food, more discipline, more control. But her body wasn't asking for more punishment. It was asking for more support. And I think many women recognize themselves in that story. Your body may be asking for more nourishment, not restriction. One of the biggest shifts I see during menopause is that many women continue approaching their body with a scarcity mindset. Less food, less fat, less carbohydrate, less rest, less recovery. But menopause often requires the opposite. More protein, more nutrients, more muscle support, more recovery, more nourishment. As estrogen declines, maintaining muscle mass becomes increasingly important. Muscle is not simply about appearance. Muscle influences metabolic health, your blood sugar regulation, bone health, mobility, independence, and healthy aging. The female body in midlife is not asking to become smaller, it is asking to become stronger. Perhaps your body is asking for strength. For decades, women have often been encouraged to focus on weight, but increasingly science is asking us to focus on strength. Strength predicts mobility, frailty risk, metabolic health, bone health, and longevity. Strength is not vanity, strength is insurance for the decades ahead. The ability to carry shopping at 75, to travel at 80, to climb stairs at 85, to live independently. In many traditional societies, physical function was simply just part of daily life. Walking, lifting, squatting, carrying. Movement wasn't exercise, it was life. Perhaps modern women need to intentionally rebuild some of that strength in the daily life. Need not to look younger, but to age better. Your body may be asking for recovery. This may be one of the hardest lessons for high-achieving women, because many women have become experts at pushing through exhaustion, pushing through stress, pushing through sleep deprivation, pushing through overwhelm. But the body keeps score. And menopause often exposes the cost of decades of overextension. This isn't weakness. This is physiology. The nervous system changes. Stress resilience changes. Recovery becomes most important. The body begins to ask, will you let me rest? One thing I have noticed in myself and in so many women I work with is how uncomfortable rest can feel. Many of us were always praised for productivity, more work, for coping, for managing everything, for being available, for being best at everything. Rest can feel indulgent, unproductive, even uncomfortable. And yet biology doesn't negotiate with culture. The nervous system requires recovery. Sleep matters. Downtime matters. Movement of stillness matters. Perhaps one of the lessons of midlife is learning that rest is not a reward for finishing everything. Rest is part of health itself. Your body may be asking for rhythm. Traditional cultures often lived with rhythm. The rhythm of seasons, the rhythm of light and darkness, the rhythm of work and rest. Modern life often ignores rhythm entirely. Artificial light, late night emails, constant stimulation, constant availability, constant noise. The body, however, still speaks the language of rhythm. Sleep rhythms, eating rhythms, movement rhythms, recovery rhythms. Perhaps one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves is consistency rather than intensity. Not perfection, just rhythm. Let me share a story that stayed with me. A woman once told me, for years I treated my body like an employee. I expected it to perform every day without complaint. Then she paused and said, maybe I need to start treating it like a relationship instead. I've never forgotten that. Because relationships require listening, attention, adaptation, respect. Perhaps our relationship with our body deserves the same. So what does ancient wisdom talk about? Many traditional healing systems shared one important principle. Health is not simply the absence of disease. Health is the balance. Balance between activity and rest, input and output. Balance between giving and receiving, effort and recovery. Modern science increasingly says something remarkably similar. Resilience isn't about functioning at maximum capacity all the time. Resilience is the ability to adapt and recover. Perhaps wisdom and science are meeting in the same place once again. So what might your body be asking for? Perhaps it's asking for more protein, more strength, more sleep, more recovery, more outside, more connection, more boundaries, more compassion, more nourishment, and more support. Not because your body is failing, but because your body is adapting. And adaptation requires new strategies. One of the ideas at the heart of this podcast is that the body is very intelligent. Not perfect, not magical, but intelligent. Your body is constantly trying to maintain balance, to protect, to adapt, to survive. Perhaps our role is not just to fight the body. Our role is to understand it, to support it, to work with it. So if there's one question I would leave you with today is this. Instead of asking, why is my body doing this to me? What would happen if you asked, what is my body asking for now? Because perhaps the body you've spent years criticizing is actually asking for partnership, for support, for strength, for nourishment. and perhaps for the first time in a long time, is asking for your attention. Thank you for joining me for episode 3 of Menopause Reimagined. Next time, we'll explore the great unbecoming, releasing the roles that no longer fit. Because sometimes what changes in menopause isn't only the body. Sometimes it is our relationship with who we have always believed ourselves to be. Until next time, take care of your body, honor its wisdom, and remember, your body is not your enemy. It may be your greatest ally in the next chapter of your life. Take care.